Lord, have mercy. And we pray for Holy Father for Benedict, Beatitude, Father Archbishop of Chalmers, Reverend Bishop John Michael, Venerable Abbot Nicholas, all our brothers in Christ. Lord, have mercy. Lord, have mercy.
To outsiders, life at Holy Resurrection Monastery might seem to move at a different pace, but for the men inside, a simple life is what brings them closer to God.
Monastic life is a very ordinary life. Same routine every day. It's a very ordinary life. It's a life of grace, but that's built on human nature. The first thing that we need to know about monks, or nuns, I guess, particularly even traditional ones, dressed like this, you think we're from another planet, but we're very ordinary people. And that's a good thing. And I think it's a pity that people have a caricature of religious people. I think we've been responsible for that to some degree, I think. But it's bad. It's really bad. Because then people think, well, there's something special about us, therefore they don't have to try to live a holy life. It's not true. We're just as sinful as anyone else. And if we can do it, they can do something too. We're all in it together.
The community of monks moved from California to St. Nazianz more than a year ago and live in the former Maria House, which was built in the 1860s and had long been used as a convent. The men are dedicated to the life of traditional Byzantine monasticism within the Eastern Catholic churches.
The Eastern Catholic churches are those churches of the Eastern European, Eastern Roman tradition, mainly Byzantine, that came back into communion with the Catholic Church, with the Roman Catholic. So we're like an Orthodox church in most ways, theologically, liturgically, culturally, in religious life, although we've been influenced by the West, but we are in communion with the Roman Catholic Church as well. And of course that creates sometimes some sort of tension in our identity too.
6 monks currently make up the community, 3 of which have been with the monastery since its inception in 1995. Including Abbot Nicholas, who is the leader of the community, Father Maximos, who is second in command, and Father Moses. Father Basil joined the monastery when it was still located in California, and Brother Ambrose, a novice monk, joined about a year ago. Father Deacon Patrick is staying at Holy Resurrection for 9 months to research the possibility of starting a similar monastery within the Ukrainian Catholic Church in Canada. Abbot Nicholas said different monasteries have varying degrees of rules and restrictions, and Holy Resurrection Monastery ranks somewhere in the middle.
We have some periods of silence and solitude and silence. We don't watch TV except, a video on a Sunday, say. We do fast. We have the traditional fasts, but of the Byzantine liturgical calendar, and on Wednesdays and Fridays. But we have computers. We do watch, as I say, video or 2 on a Sunday sometimes. We do go out of the monastery. We do have people coming in the monastery, although we do wear our habits all the time, in and out of the monastery. I would say we're in between. We're both Catholic and Orthodox monasteries. There are some that are much more strict than us and can be strict in different ways, more reclusive or more military or more... And there are others that every monk has a TV in his room, or they teach in colleges or that, and don't wear the habit all the time. So I'd say we're in the middle. The most important room in a monastery, of course, is the church or the chapel. That's the center of our lives. That's where most of our prayers and sacramental celebrations take place. Lots of icons in the Byzantine church. The Byzantine theology, icons are not just pictures, they're sacramentals, you might call them. They're windows into heaven, and so they're tools for prayer.
The community typically begins its mornings at about 5:30 with prayer in the chapel. The monks are in the chapel between 3 to 4 hours throughout the day for different services. Lengths of the services and their elaborateness can vary depending on if it's a feast day or Lent. Meals are served at specific times in the dining room, which is called the trapeza, after the Greek word for table. The monks eat meals in silence, with sacred music playing in the background or spiritual readings, in order to nourish the body and mind. Between services in the chapel and mealtimes, each of the monks attends to their own assigned responsibilities within the monastery, ranging from cleaning tasks to administrative work. Visitors are welcome to all services, and individuals or small groups can stay at the monastery for the day or on overnight retreats. The second floor of the building has 12 guest rooms and a lounge.
In this year of faith that the Catholic Church is celebrating, we're hoping that we will help Catholics to understand what the faith is about. Most of them don't really know the fullness, the richness, the breadth of the faith. Not only young people, but older people that have been Roman Catholics all their lives. And I'm hoping that by doing this, it will inspire a little flame, it will ignite a flame where they will say, hey, maybe I rejected the church because I didn't really ever fully know it, what the church really is about. That's what I'm hoping we can do through people can come here and do retreats, can live with us, can talk to us, can hear lectures and talks, can pray with us in the church in a very different way than what they're used to, can seek spiritual direction, contemplative prayer, and so on. And I think this is a resource that is very important, and it's as I said, in the Catholic Church, in the Catholic Communion, there aren't many places like Holy Resurrection Monastery, unfortunately. I hope in 100 years there'll be hundreds more. Let's pray.